my god! It's finally here, Zach!
Dude, I know. Metroid Other M is finally here.
Yeah, sure, that's great, Zach, but, I mean, my arm cannon, it's finally here!
Are you serious? A real arm cannon?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you a little too old for toys like that?
No one said anything about a toy.
For a third-person action game on the Wii, you would probably think the game would be played with a Wii remote and a nunchuck. Well, you're wrong. The game is played NES style, holding the Wii remote sideways. The D-pad moves, 2 jumps, and 1 fires your beam. You can hold it down. A is your morph ball. Now, you might be thinking, wait a sec, a D-pad for a third-person game? Well, the developers wanted to create a NES game with modern technology, quote. And, basically, that's what you do. But there's one more thing. To access first-person mode, you simply point the Wii remote forward and it instantly goes into first-person mode. You cannot move in this, but you can look all around, fire, and this is the only way you can fire missiles. Now, people were kind of mad about this. I know I was. I was like, wait a second. Switching like that between first and third, isn't that going to suck? Well, it doesn't. This is seamless. It works very well in the game. You can actually dodge right out of it. Dodge enemy attacks right out of it, and it works pretty well. However, the D-pad isn't exactly my best friend moving all around the field, I have to say. So, the control is, kind of hit and miss. But I'll teach you more about the actual gameplay mechanics. Okay, so here we are with Metroid Other M. It is a free-roaming, free-moving, 3D action game. As I said, made by Team Ninja and Nintendo, and I'm here to talk about the gameplay mechanics. Basically, a brand new gameplay feature is Samus's auto lock. She automatically locks onto enemies that are near her with her blast. Now, some people thought it was good, some people didn't. I have to say, it does take some of the difficulty out of Metroid. I'm not finding killing things as hard as I used to, but combat is very different in this Metroid as well. There's a heavy emphasis on action in this Metroid. Instead of simply just shooting enemies, you can tackle them, do combos, and one of my favorite things that I think works really well, but also takes out more of the difficulty, is the dodge, which I will show you right now. Alright, let's talk a bit about the presentation of the game. Metroid Other M is kind of hit and miss with presentation. On most of the reviews I've seen, they've said that the graphics are incredible. Well, I'm here to give a slightly different opinion. The graphics are incredible, yes, in some places. However, in others, it can become very pixelated and just edgy and not exactly appealing to the eyes. Now, most of this game, like as you can see here, is extremely well graphic, especially the CG scenes. Some of the best CG I've ever seen on a video game. It is some incredible stuff. But, yeah, graphics are kind of hit and miss. Pretty much, the menu isn't anything special in the game, just select your file, yada yada yada. But I'm also in presentation going to talk a bit about the mood you feel. Most Metroid games give you a feeling of isolation. I do not feel that whatsoever in this game. Because one Adam Malkovich, a character, is always talking to you through radio, and there are other of your Galactic Federation soldiers, here in the ship with you, which is, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of disappointing. Like, in all the Metroid Prime games, I always felt like I was alone on this planet, and I'm completely on my own. I don't feel that at all in this game, and I was a bit disappointed by that. There are also segments in the game, there are gameplay cutscenes, as you can see here, and there are also segments in the game where they make you revert to first person, not able to move, and you have to find a certain area, like find a certain thing in the scene, and that is very annoying because it won't let you continue until you find it. There are also things where it changes to a new move type where Samus walks very slowly, and it's supposed to add tension to the game. It doesn't. It's just annoying, and you will get frustrated by that definitely later on. Alright, this is what I was talking about earlier. The game is not letting me move on until I find a certain scanning thing in this area and then look on it. That's not it, that's just Anthony. And this is annoying. I was stuck in this for I don't even know how long. The scanning thing was so small, I had passed over it. It was ridiculous. So, oh, yep, found it. It was the door all the way back there, the random door. That's just annoying. Most Metroid games, most of the new ones like Metroid Prime you've probably played, are very long. They take a while to beat. This one, however, because they took away some of the difficulty with the auto lock and the dodge and features like that, it's not going to last as long as the other Metroids, and they actually show you where the items are on the map. They show you where the items are, which I don't know. I just feel it's taken some of the difficulty out of the game, but it doesn't last as long. There really isn't much incentive to come back after you've beaten it. I guess just to collect the other items. They do give you the option to watch all of the scenes into a movie, and so, I mean, that's kind of cool. But, you know, you've probably heard me mention a lot of bad things about this game. It is not a bad game. It's a fun game. It's a blast to play. But to me, it just didn't feel like Metroid. I mean, it was like more actiony than Metroid. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know. It just took the Metroid feel out of it for me. I also kind of didn't like how Samus's character turned out, but the game is not a bad game. I'm just mentioning the bad points, because Metroid is such an amazing series. I'm just mentioning the bad points that took away from the Metroid experience, and that's kind of what I was going to bring to you guys today in this review. My final score of this game is going to be a 7.5. I say it's a pretty good game. Don't think it's Metroid standard.
We hope you enjoyed our review of Metroid Other M.
Make sure you rate, comment, and especially subscribe, because we need more people to subscribe so we can start getting more popularity, thus getting cooler stuff and better editing software. Catch you guys later. Gay.
Zach, stop! Ew.
Developers, quote-unquote, wanted to make a game... ball me. Okay.
You enjoyed our
God!
Other M.
Hey there. Jake is gay. Jake is gay. Jake is gay. Do. Jake is gay. You measure it. Other M.
Quiet.
Not me. Let me think of what I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Gay.